early start, and this field is already cut. I imagine the backfield's already cut, and he's in the small field over here now, finishing up, and then he'll be heading over to my place next. Starting to get a little bit of the fall colors. This is the second final cut of this season, and it'll give the hay a little bit of time to reestablish before going into winter. Guys keep expanding their operation. It looks like they're running maybe 2 mowers now. I know they had they have 2 balers, so 3 balers, but it looks like they got 2 disc mines now also, so they can knock my field down pretty fast. So second cut, it's looking pretty nice. They're going to be getting ready to get into grain here in another month or so. Doing a little raking today. Different style rake than the centrifugal one. Sat all day yesterday, rake it up into a pile today. We'll bale it tomorrow afternoon. so dry here. We had 1 day of rain maybe last week, and that's been it for pretty much the last month and a half. Everybody's in a drought. Everybody with animals is saying, you know, that grass in their pastures isn't growing. So now they're starting to buy supplemental feed and hay, and people I just talked to sold hay to said they were going to sell their cows, their feeder cows, but the price of beef's down because everybody's doing that because they can't feed them. So it's kind of a mess right now. We could use some rain, of course, after I get this hay put away. I'm just opening up the doors in the hay barn here, getting some airflow through here, letting this hay dry. There's a nice breeze today, so I'm gonna leave the doors open and just keep some air flowing through here. It's good for this hay. It smells so nice in this barn. I was thinking about getting some barn cats to put in here and kill mice and stuff, but I just saw one. I walked around the back here and there was a cat up on this bale, so guess I already have a barn cat, but it's a little skittish, so I'm guessing it's stray.
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. But take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go. Way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow. Well, he met in the springtime, the sun sinking low. Two star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow, where the loving was easy and the courting was brief. Well, they called her a beauty, they called him a thief. In the quiet of the evening, they'd steal away, where the laughter would flow and the fiddle would play. Well, the folks called it wrong, but hell, it seemed alright. In the sun-painted picture, and the day turned to night. Come up on the hillside, we'll have a time. If you'll bring the kisses, honey, I'll bring the wine. Keep your heart guarded, or too soon it'll fall. When one walks back home, honey, only one knows it all. Well, she walked up the hillside on one day, and the heart is a hunter.
We're bailing. Not near as many
always knows of
as,
its prey, and her father's old pistol
around
hanging loose by her side. When she aimed once, ever shot twice. Well, the air was so still and the sky was so blue. Before she could see them, the laughter she knew. She heard 2 shots ring out down in the town. There was 3 on the hillside, but only one headed down. I was just a baby, but I remember that day when I walked up the hillside, saw 2 mounds of clay. I'll always remember, and I'll never go back up the hillside where the new flowers grow. Back up the hillside where the new flowers grow. Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. But take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go. Way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow. Well, he met in the springtime, the sun sinking low. 2 star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow, where the loving was easy and the courting was brief. Well, they called her a beauty, they called him a thief. In the quiet of the evening, they'd steal away, where the laughter would flow and the fiddle would play. Well, the folks called it wrong, but hell, it seemed alright in the sun-painted picture in the daytime.
There we go, some nice looking second cut, nice and green.
You'll bring the kisses, honey, I'll bring the wine. Keep your heart guarded, too soon it'll fall. When one walks back home, one knows it all. Well, she walked up the hillside, only one day. The heart is a hunter, always knows of its prey. And her father.
And this is our second cut hay. Really nice stuff. Really dry. Those Timothy heads.
When she aimed once.
Alfalfa in there. This is the nicest hay I've made for sure.
Well, the air was so
too bad I don't have more of it, because with the drought we've been going through, everybody's calling me about hay right now, and I won't have it long. So it's unfortunate for everyone, but good for sales. Some nice second cut bales. These 2 that ends didn't wrap right. Something happened in the baler, but nice second cut hay. All right, so I didn't get that many bales. I only, I think I'm gonna be short of 2 loads. I have 16 bales on here, and then there's probably still about 12 left. So didn't do too good on the second cut, but we haven't had any rain. But it's really nice hay. Unfortunately, hopefully it pays off for paying them to custom mow and everything. All right, I guess I got 17 bales on there. Hopefully everything goes all right. I got about 45, 50 minutes to go. Sun's going down, get these delivered, then come back and put the rest away. Craziness, that's a load right there. Some really nice quality hay. So dry.